2 days after Syrian rebels toppled the government of Bashar al-Assad and the former dictator fled to Moscow, where the Russian state media reports he and his family were given asylum, the Biden administration says it will recognize a new Syrian government under certain conditions. In a statement, Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the new government must respect the rights of minorities, facilitate the flow of humanitarian assistance, prevent Syria from being used as a base for terrorism, and ensure any chemical or biological weapons are destroyed. On Tuesday, the Israeli military bombed hundreds of Syrian military targets. Israel says it struck weapons stockpiles to keep them out of the hands of extremists. Meanwhile, this was the scene outside one of Assad's infamous prisons, where the government detained thousands of criminals and political prisoners. Crowds have been desperately searching for any sign of their family members. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is at that prison with more.
This is the notorious Saydnaya prison. It's a name that struck fear into the heart of every Syrian. Criminals were incarcerated here, and so were political prisoners, and many of them simply disappeared. One of the first things the HTS rebels did when they took Damascus was to blow the doors off and let the prisoners out. And as far as we know, the prison is empty, but that hasn't stopped thousands of people, families coming to try and find evidence of what happened to their loved ones lost years ago. The saddest thing is that the evidence is probably all over the ground, or at least some of it. Prison archives, records, booking sheets, but it's being trashed, and it's very likely that most of that information, which would be so valuable to so many people, is going to be lost. Back to you.
Elizabeth Palmer, thank you.